Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be diving into another Amazon find. This is the Beetles All-in-One Mani Kit. It is a 35-piece color nail collection, and it has everything you need to start your nail journey, and the price point does not disappoint. This is under $40, which is a great steal, especially if you're trying to build up any of your colors, or if you're looking to add some new colors for any nail art. This is a great alternative. So now that we unboxed everything that was in the first initial large box, this is a 69-piece set. So here's a little pamphlet on everything that's included. It walks you through how to use the lamp. Then it also gives you tips and tricks on how to create some nail art and applying that gel polish. It's a trusty guide for you, and I like that they include that in the kit. And then we have a cuticle softener. This is a really nice size bottle, and right now I'm just kind of looking at the consistency and the formula. It also does not have a scent, which is an absolute plus. Another thing they added is a cuticle oil, which also is unscented, which I think is so nice because normally when you're playing with these kits, they have a cuticle oil in there that kind of smells like a berry or strawberry. It's super sweet and overbearing, so I really like that they're unscented. Next up, we have a sparkly top coat with like a mylar kind of flake finish, and then they included your standard gel base, gel top coat, and a matte top coat as well. And how adorable are these mini gel polish bottles? They are absolutely so cute. I really like the matte packaging. And we're going to look at the white. I'm always intrigued by the whites that they add in the collection and the black. And so far, this white is looking pretty promising. I like that they included your basic colors. You have your black, you have your white. They also included a red in here. We have a beautiful silver glitter. I really like the size of these bottles as well, especially if you're just diving into any gels or if you're looking to build up your color collection just for some nail art. This is a great way to go. They also included some other goodies. We have a swatch ring. This is really fun. You can swatch all your colors and have them all in one place. And then up next, we have these little clips that will come in handy for your gel process removal. If you are not making press-ons and doing it right on your natural nails, that's going to come in handy with these little foil pieces. You just put a little acetone in there, put that foil piece on your nail, and then put the clip on, and then just let it sit for a while, and then you can easily remove your gel. And then we have some nail wipes, which always come in handy. Those lint-free nail wipes, you can never have too many of those. And then if you're feeling up to it and you want to do a pedicure, you definitely have that option. Next up, we have something that I was really excited about. This is a tweezer, but it's not your ordinary tweezer. This is the perfect tweezer for nail art because it has like a super fine tip. I have one of these from their Valentine's Day bundle, and I was really excited to see that they finally added it into their main kit. And then we have your basic cuticle pusher, and then we also have a dust brush, which comes in handy after all your filing and buffing. I do really like this brush actually for my dip powders. Then they added a couple nail essentials. We have a nail clipper, we have a nail brush scrubber, and then they added a traditional file, and then they also added a sponge buffer file, which I love those so much. And then this would not be complete with a little bit of some nail art elements in here. So we have some little gemstones, we have a little bit of like a rainbow reflex one, and then your traditional silver. We have some French tip stickers, which I'm pretty intrigued by, and we might dive into those here in just a little bit. And then they also included some other nail art stickers. We have kind of like an ethereal kind of heart and star kind of moment, and then they added these really cute bow stickers. So that is all the extra goodies in there, and we are not done yet. This is the box that just kept on giving, but we have one more item. This is the UV LED lamp, and we're just gonna go ahead and unbox it. And I can already tell I'm gonna like it because first of all, it's white, and it also has a actual plug that you plug into the wall. There are so many like new nail things that I've been getting that do not have an actual plug. It has like that USB thingy. I just like the convenience of knowing everything is just gonna just plug into the wall, and we are good to go. All right, so the lamp has a couple different settings. It also has a sensor in there, so you can go ahead and place your hand under there, and it will go ahead and light up. And then you have a couple different timers. You have a 30, a 60, and a 120-second timer, which is really nice. I do like that it is a sleek lamp as well. It's not too big and bulky, but it's just enough to just fit one hand over. So I do really like this lamp, and we're going to use it today in today's set to see how it performs as well. Now, the hardest part about this whole thing is what colors are we going to be diving into today? So this is the Vivid Season collection. So there's pops of bright colors, and then you have like your really cool tone and just warm, cozy colors as well. And then I did go ahead and pick up another item that is not included in the kit. This is just a gel polish collection in Whispers of Love. I really was looking for kind of like a milky, nudie, jelly kind of collection, and I figured let's use one of these colors today for our background. And By the way, I really like the new bottles. They're really beautiful. They're aesthetically pleasing. I ended up getting the full size ones and the price point was about $8.99 because I felt like I'm going to get a lot of use out of this collection based on like the neutral kind of side of it. So we're going to dive into the first color. We're going to use this color on all 5 of the nails as our base color, and I'm already liking what we're working with. As you can tell, that first layer is just a sheer nudie jelly color. And I'm just applying this right over to the jelly tip. There is not a layer of gel base on there. I normally do not do a layer of gel base, but I do not experience any flaking or peeling. If you do ever experience that, make sure you definitely go in with a gel base first. But that's what the first coat looks like. We're going to go ahead and pop that in the lamp and cure for a full 30 seconds. I sped that up there. And then here's what it looks like cured. It's really beautiful. It's just the perfect soft, delicate ivory color, but yet it has a little hint of like warmth to it. I really like this. So we are going to take it to another level. We're going to add 2 coats. I was just curious to see what it looked like with 2 coats, and I will say I do love it with 2 coats. So that's what we're going to be working with today for our background color. We're just going to apply this to all 5 nails. We're going to do 2 coats, and then we're going to do some really fun nail art. So we're going to go ahead and cure that. And then here's what it looks like with 2 coats after it's cured. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad I purchased this collection. I feel like I'm going to get so much use out of it. Now let's jump back into the nail kit. We're going to be trying some of the gel polishes that were included, and I picked some bright colors because I really wanted to see how these colors performed when it comes to nail art. So we're going to be trying these colors today to see how opaque they are and how they perform. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a lint-free alcohol wipe, and I'm just going to remove that adhesion layer on top of that nail so we have a clean surface for the nail art. It's an optional step. I just feel like I can get more precise with my nail art if I take that adhesion layer off. Another thing you could do is also use a matte top coat. All right, so we're going in with the orange color first. So the design that we're going to be creating, we're just going to do a thicker line design with the orange coming from the tip all the way to where this line ends right here. That's going to be the biggest portion of our nail art line today. And then once I clean up that line and get it exactly how I want it, I kind of just wanted like a little squiggle. We'll go ahead and then fill in that tip. So far, I'm really liking how this orange is performing. It's still bright, but yet it's not like too bright. It's not like that. It's not like a neon orange. This is more of just like a mango kind of orange moment, and I'm totally here for it. I'm liking how it's working with the nail art brush. It's not streaky or patchy or anything like that. Now that we have our line design exactly how we want it to fill in that area right below the line to the tip of the nail, we're just going to go ahead and just apply it with the brush in the bottle. Now, I probably should have wiped a lot of the product off because a little bit of the gel product does go a long way. So I'm just carefully filling in right below that line, and you can see here we have great color payoff. I'm just going to go ahead and just keep removing some of that extra product. Obviously I had way too much on that brush when I went on there, so a little bit does go a long way with these little brushes, but overall I'm loving the color payoff so far. Then we're just going to clean up that line just a little bit more, and then we'll go ahead and cure. And then we are going to add more elements to this nail. We're going to add some pops of pink, teal, and light blue, and we're just going to keep like the squiggly design thing going. But this time we're going to make the rest of the lines a little bit more thinner, so that orange will definitely kind of be the focal point and the star of the show, and then we're just going to build some thinner lines off that. So now we're going to be pulling in the pink, and this pink is absolutely vibrant. It is everything. I was not expecting it to be this opaque. For some reason, I thought it was going to be more on the sheer side, and I was really going to have to work to build up this color and just keep going over that line to build it up. But it is not the case. These are definitely super opaque. All right, so let's get into the line work and pull in the other colors so you can see how they perform, and then I'm going to pop back in just a few moments. Now that we're done with the line work, I really wanted to play with the black to kind of see how it performed. I'm always intrigued by the white and the black in the collection. So let's pull in the black today, and we're also going to be using the dotting tools from Beetles. Now these dotting tools made their first debut here on my channel about a week ago on my Amazon nail haul, and I've been loving these dotting tools so much. So not only is it a dotting tool, but on the reverse side of it, if you flip it over, it has a silicone tool, and I've been loving the silicone tool aspect of it. So I wanted to give the dotting tool a whirl today with some gels. And I can tell you right now, I really do like these dotting tools. Plus, the Purple Mermaid packaging and this is just everything to me. So these are a great find, and the price point was just right. So I started off with some bigger dots on here, and now we're just adding some smaller dots. And I'm really liking how this is coming together. We have a really cool, funky design going on. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up one of these dots because it was not the perfect little circle. So on that brush, I just have a little bit of alcohol on there, and then I just damp that brush off, and then I can just easily clean up any area without completely wiping the whole design away. So I really like having a flat nail brush just to help clean things up along the way. It makes all the difference in the world. So I'm just creating some really tiny dots, and then once I have all the dots exactly where I want them, we'll go ahead and cure. And then here's what we're working with. I really like this. I think it's super fun. All right, so I did the rest of the 3 nails like this for the set today off camera just to save some time. But now let's get into the other 2 nails. So originally the game plan was to do a French tip. We were going to use the pink and the teal, and I was just going to use a nail art brush to do the French tip. But then I remembered we have these French tip stickers that were included in the kit. So why not? Why not? Let's just test them out and see how they perform. I've used one of these before and it didn't really work out. So I'm kind of interested to see how these perform. So the consistency of the sticker is a little bit different. I think the reason why they did not work out for me before is because they were more of like a paper material. This is kind of like a sticker, but it feels like it has kind of, I can't really describe it, but it feels more forgiving, and like you're going to be able to easily remove it. It is not like a paper. It kind of has like a shininess to it as well. So it's going to come off really easy when it's time to remove it from the nail. And I feel like it's a little bit more forgiving. So when we pull it out, I feel like it's going to not tear and rip like the experience that I had before. So once you have that sticker exactly where you want it and lined up and completely pressed down, you just go ahead and apply the gel, cover it over the entire nail. And then before you cure, just go ahead and peel that off. Look at that. That sticker came off perfectly, and our line is looking good, but it needs a little love. We're just going to clean it up a little bit. We're just going to go in with that flat brush. Now, when you're working with the flat brush and dipping it into that alcohol, make sure that you really dry that brush off as much as possible, because you do not want that to be too oversaturated, so then that alcohol is running into that design that you just created. So always just tap it off. I always have a piece of paper towel on the side, so anytime I'm dipping it into the alcohol, I am also tapping it off. But I cannot believe how easy it was for these stickers. I cannot wait to dive into them more. But here's what it looks like after we cured. We have the perfect pink French tip, and I'm totally loving it. This pink, it is everything, and that pink is with one coat. One coat is all we needed, and we are good to go. So that is a plus. So now we're going to incorporate the French tip on the other nail. This time we're going to pull in the teal. So I'm just going to line it up kind of exactly where I think the other one was on the other nail, because I kind of want them, they're going to be next to each other, so I want them to be pretty much the same when it comes to that French tip. So I'm just going to go ahead now and line it up just to make sure we're good and we're looking like we're in the right spot, as close as we're going to get to it, right? And now we're just going to go in with the teal and do the exact same thing we did with the pink. Alright, so now that we're done with the French tip, I figured let's tie in some more polka dots. So that's what we're doing. We're going to go back in with the dotting tool and we're going to create some smaller dots and then some of the bigger dots in here just to kind of tie in that first nail that we did. Now that our polka dots are done, we're going to go ahead and seal this in with a layer of gel base. I really do like the formula of the gel base. It doesn't have a strong chemical scent to it, which is really nice. And I really like the formula. It's a very thin consistency, but yet not too thin. And I really like how it just glides effortlessly over the nail. It's a great formula. We're going to pop that in the lamp and cure for 30 seconds. Then to finish up this set today, we are going to go in with a glossy finish and just apply that top coat over to all the nails and then cure for 60 seconds. And then here's our finished set. I absolutely had so much fun playing with this kit. I did not expect these gel polishes to be as good as they are, especially for nail art. And I still can't believe we only did one coat of that pink on the French tip. It is absolutely beautiful color and they performed so good. So that completely kind of threw me through a loop. I was not expecting this kit to be this good. Also, I feel like we kind of have a Fred Flintstone kind of moment here with this nail design, but I'm totally okay with it. I really do like this. I think it's fun, it's funky, it's different, and yet it's the perfect pop of brightness for that summer. All right, so everything that we used in today's video can be found in that description box below. I hope you enjoyed today's fun Amazon nail set, and I will see you all in the next one.